Today's lesson is called Elements, Compounds, and Mixtures. All matter can be separated into three different categories. The first being elements, the second being compounds, and the third being mixtures. Elements are made of only one type of atom. Compounds are made of two or more different types of atoms. And mixtures are also made out of two or more different types of atoms. But there is a difference. The biggest difference being that mixtures have what's called varied composition. What that means is mixtures can be made in any proportion. Let me give you an example. Let's use pop as our example. Now, pop is a mixture of water, sugar, artificial colorings, artificial flavorings, carbon dioxide. Pop has lots of components, but I think you will agree that pop has lots of different characteristics. Some pop has lots of caffeine, some pop has no caffeine, some has sugar, some has artificial sweetener, some is orange, some is black, some is clear. Pop has varied composition. As opposed to that, compounds have constant composition. Now, what does that mean? Let me do this. Constant composition means that water, for example, there's only one type of pure water. And water is always 1 part oxygen and 2 parts hydrogen, no matter where in the world you find it. That's constant composition. Put another way, water is always 11% by mass hydrogen and 89% by mass oxygen. Again, no matter where you find it on Earth, it will be 11% hydrogen by mass and 89% oxygen by mass. It has constant composition. It's always the same. Pure water tastes the same, has the same boiling point, has the same freezing point, has the same vapor pressure. It has constant composition. Elements also have constant composition, but they only have one type of composition. They only have one type of atom. So gold, for example, gold is made up of only gold atoms. It also has constant composition. Elements and compounds together are called pure substances. Fit it in there. Pure substances have constant composition, and they also have only one set of properties. So, pure substances have constant composition and only one set of properties. Let's give some more examples of each. The air you're breathing right now is a mixture. Air comes in different types. Sometimes air doesn't smell so good, sometimes it smells good, sometimes air has lots of oxygen, sometimes it has lots of carbon dioxide, sometimes it has lots of pollution, sometimes it has very little pollution. Air has varied composition. Another example, tap water. Now, I know I just said that water was a compound, but tap water is very much a mixture. It has varied composition. Have you experienced tap water tasting differently from place to place? Have you experienced tap water having lots of minerals, very few minerals, having a sulfur taste, having fluoride in it, no fluoride in it? Tap water is a mixture. Sometimes it has dissolved gases, sometimes it has very few dissolved gases. It has varied composition. Let's hop over to elements, a few more. Silver is also an element. It is a pure substance. It has constant composition, and it only has one set of properties. Silver looks the same if it's pure silver everywhere you find it. It has the same melting point, the same boiling point, and the same density no matter where you find it. Carbon is also an element. Lead. Lead gets its name from plumbum, or Latin for lead. Gold gets its name from aurum, or shining dawn in Latin. So some elements have Latin symbols. Let's hop over to compounds now. Let's go with C6H12O6. That's called glucose. That's blood sugar. That's the sugar you find in your blood, and if you're a diabetic, you may have too much or too little of this in your blood. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid has constant composition. So do all compounds. It's always one atom of chlorine for one atom of hydrogen, no matter where you find it. Baking soda. Sodium, hydrogen, carbonate. That's its chemical name. We call it baking soda. That's its formula. Compounds have formulas. Elements have symbols. And let's finish up here with mixtures. All alloys are mixtures. Examples of alloys might be brass, might also be stainless steel. Because they're mixtures, they don't have constant composition, they have varied composition. Brass is made up of copper and zinc. Some brass has lots of copper and a little bit of zinc. Some brass has lots of zinc and a little bit of copper. It can be different from place to place. Stainless steel the same way. What makes stainless steel pretty is its chrome or nickel content. If it has lots of chrome and nickel, it's very valuable. Very little chrome and nickel, it's not as valuable. It's cheap stainless steel. Well, that's our lesson for today about elements, compounds, and mixtures. All matter can be classified into one of these categories, and it's important that you know how to categorize them.